Good morning. It's Fairly Maths Academy. It's Miss Chenke here. We are here. I'm here with June 2026 paper 1 continuation. We left I left my presentation on number 17. I remember I didn't do part C. Right. So for my part C, this is my part C. Given that 44 learners study commercials, calculate the number of learners who took part in the survey. Right. Remember, we said this this is 96 degrees, this is 216 degrees, right? So if 44 learners study commercials, 44 learners study commercials, so 96 degrees represents 44 learners. So what about 360 degrees, right? 360 degrees is the angle for all learners who took part in the survey. So it's just simple proportion there, right? We are saying 44 learners, these are learners, it's an angle there, are represented by 96 degrees. So what about 360 degrees? It's more. So if it's more, we say 360, the larger over the smaller one, times this 44. Right, then 4 into this, it's 2, remainder 1 into 16, it's 4, 11 there. Then 12 into this, 2, 12 into this, 3, 0, 2, 1, 2, 15. So it's 15 times 11. Right, placeholder 5, 1, 5, 1, 5, 6, 1. So it's 165. The number of learners who took part in the survey is 165. Then number 18. A triangle has sides of length 6 centimeters and 5 centimeters. The angle between these two sides is 120 degrees. So we have our triangle. Angle between these two, 6 and 5. Angle between these two is 120 degrees. This is the third side. We are asked to calculate the area of this triangle. For any triangle, let's say we have our triangle A, B, C. The opposite side to our angle A is A. Opposite side, small b, small c. So for area of this, it's half AB sine C, or half BC sine A, or half AC sine B. So for this, it's the area is half times 6 times 5 sine 120 degrees, right? So so we are saying it's half times 6 times 5. 6 times 5 is 30. Half of 30 is 15 sine, right? The given a straight line there and an acute angle and an obtuse angle. This is our obtuse angle. So if we have 120 degrees there, it means we have 60 degrees there. This should add up to 180. So the sine of this angle is equal to the sine of this. Cosine of this is equal to negative cosine of this. Tangent of this is equal to negative tangent of this. So for an obtuse angle, the sine of our acute is equal to the sine of our obtuse. So sine 120 is equal to sine 60. But we are given that sine 60 is 0.866. So we now have 15 times 0.866. Then we multiply, right? We are multiplying 0.866 by 15, right? 0 is a placeholder, 6, 6, 8, 0. 1 by 6, 1 by 6, 1 by 8, 1 by 0. This is the result. Then 5 by 6, 30, 5 by 6, 30 plus 3, 33, 5 by 8, 40 plus 3, 43, 5 by 0, 0 plus 4 is 4. So we now have 0, we are now adding 0, 9, 9, 12, 1. We carried a 1 for this 12, plus 0 is 1. Then number of digits after the comma, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So our result is 12, 9, 9. Right? Then part B, find the length of the third side, leaving the answer in set form. Remember, our triangle was like so, 120 degrees, 6, 5. Right. Whenever you have adjacent sides and an angle between the two adjacent sides, remember, if we want to find the opposite, the third side, we use the cosine rule, right? So let's say this is our A, B, C. This is side A, side B, side C. So we want to find A. The cosine rule, A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. So we want to find A. So A squared is equal to B is 6 squared plus C squared is 5 squared minus 2B is 6, C is 5 cos 120. Right? So A squared is equal to 6 squared, 36 plus 5 squared, 25 minus 2 times 6, 12 times 5, 60. Right, remember we said the cosine of 160 is equal to negative the cosine of our acute angle, which is 60 degrees. So A squared is equal to 36 plus 25, we have 11 there, 61. Then a negative 60 times this negative is positive 60 times the cosine of 60 is 0.5. So it's 0.5 there. It's just the same as half. 0.5 is 1 over 2. So we have A squared is equal to 61 plus 60 times half. Half of 60 is 30. A squared is equal to 91. So to find A, root there, root there. So A is equal to root 91. Right. So that's our third side. Right. The next question, number 19. We are almost there. Given that A is, the coordinates of A is 2, 2, coordinates of B 0, K, coordinates of C 3, 2, are points on a plane relative to the origin O. Right? So if these are points on a plane relative to the origin O, which is 0, 0, find the magnitude of vector OA. OA is a position vector. So vector OA, just take the coordinates of A as a column vector. So we are saying vector OA is equal to 2, 2. So to find the magnitude then, magnitude of OA is equal to, remember, is the square root of x coordinate squared plus y coordinate squared. So this is 2 squared plus 2 squared. So we now have the square root of 4 plus 4, which is the root of 8. Remember, we want to leave our answer in set form, but it's not yet simplified. So we have root 4 times 2. This is our 8. We separate, since we are multiplying, we can separate root 4 times root 2, which is 2 root 2. So the magnitude is 2 root 2 units. That's the length. The magnitude is the length, is the size, is the modulus, right? We want to find the vector BC in terms of K. Whenever you have a vector BC, remember this formula, vector BC is equal to OC, the position vector of the last one, minus OB, minus the position vector of the first letter there. Right, so OC is equal to 3, 2. It's a position vector. So it's 3, 2 minus OB. Our OB is 0K. Right, 0K. We subtract 3 minus 0 is 3, 2 minus K, 2 minus K. We should leave our answer in terms of K, so it's 3, 2 minus K. Then the last part, K, find K given, right, find K given that O vector OA is parallel to BC. So if OA is parallel to BC, it means OA is equal to scalar times this BC, or BC is equal to a scalar times OA, right? This may be half of this may be 2 times this may be a third of this. So we are saying OA is equal to BC, right? So we now know OA is 2, 2. In fact, we are given that OA, since we have the coordinates of A there, it means OA is 2, 2. It's a position vector, remember, is equal to H times BC. This is our BC, 3, 2 minus K. So we want to find H first. We use this first, the X coordinates there, right? So we say 2 is, if this is equal to this, it means this is equal to, so 2 is equal to 3H. So H is 2/3. We now know that H is equal to 2/3, right? Right, we now know that H is equal to 2/3. What are we going to do with this now? So we now have 2 is equal to this, 2 is equal to H times 2 minus K. But we already know that H is 2/3. So 2 is equal to 2/3, 2 minus K. Right, cross multiply there. We have 6 is equal to 1 times 2, 2 minus K. So 6 is equal to 4 minus 2K. This comes to this side, 2K is equal to 4 minus 6. 2K is equal to negative 2. So our K is negative 1. Right. So that was number 19. Number 20. Number 20. We don't have number 20. What happened? Right. So number 21. The diagram shows triangle ABC in which AC is equal to CB, BC, right? They're equal. And point D is on AC produced, and DE is parallel to CB, and angle BCD is 108 degrees. Calculate the angle marked X for any question on angles. We find all angles there, right? We have these lines, they are parallel, so it means this angle is equal to this angle. But how do we find this angle? It's 180 minus 108. So 180 minus 108, since it's a straight line, 180 minus 108 to get this. So we now have 10 minus 8, 2, 8 minus 1, 7. So it's 72 there. So our X is also 72 degrees, right? Then we are given that this side AC is equal to BC. So it means the base angles, this of the equal sides, the bases are equal. So it means this is 72. Right. So to find this, a triangle adds up to 180. So 72 plus 72, it's 144. right? 2 plus 2, 4, 7 plus 7, 14. From 180 to get this. So 180 minus 144. We have 10 minus 4, 6, 8 minus 5, 3. So it's 36. So we got our x, which is 72 degrees. 72 degrees. Our y is 36 degrees. So y is equal to 36 degrees. Right. Moving on to number 12, n. Right. I had forgotten that n. N is now, we have a straight line, 180 minus 72. We get 108. So n is 108. So the value of n is 108 degrees. Then I think this is the last question, number 22. Right. Yes. A bag contains X red balls and 8 green balls. The probability of picking a red ball is 3 over 5. Find the probability of picking a green ball. So to find the probability of picking a green ball, we have to find the total number of balls in that bag, and also we are given the green balls. The number of green balls is 8. So the total number of balls in the bag is the red ones plus the green ones, x plus 8, right? But we also know that the probability of picking a red ball is 3 over 8. So we are saying 3, this is the total, right? 3 over 5 is the probability of picking a red. But using these values, we can also find another expression for picking a red ball. Probability of picking a red ball is x, the number of red balls, over the total x plus 8. So we equate this to find the value of x, right? So we are saying 3 over 8 over 5 is equal to x over x plus 8. Cross multiply, 3 times x plus 8 is equal to 5x. We are expanding there. 3x plus 24 is equal to 5x. Let's move to that side. 3x, this comes to this side. We now have 24 is equal to 5x. Then this becomes minus 3x. 24 is equal to 5x minus 3x, 2x. Divide both sides by 2. X is equal to 12. So we now know that the probability of picking, the total probability now is 12 plus 8, which is 20. So the total number of balls is 20. Right, so the probability of picking a green ball is equal to 8, the number of green balls, over 20, right? So it becomes 2 by 4, 2 by 4, 5, 2 over 5. Right, calculate the number of red balls in the bag. Right, you could have, for this question, you could have subtracted 8 over 8 minus this 3 over 5 to get this 2 over 5. But I did this process so that you can understand how to find the total, or how to find. So calculate the number of red balls in the bag. So the value of x there is 12. We're told that we had x red balls. So the value of x is 12. That's the number of red balls. So this working should have been here. Right, number 22C. If 2 balls are picked at random, 2 balls are picked at random, one after the other, without replacement, find the probability that they are of the same color. So for this, we have 2 events, right? We have 2 independent events. So we are going to draw a tree diagram. Probability that it's red, it's green, It's either we first pick a red or a green. We can also, after picking a red, we can pick another red or a green, or after picking a green, we can pick red or green. Right, so the probability of picking a red ball, right, we had 12 red balls out of 20, so it's 12 over 20. 12 over 20. For this, it's 8 over 20. This is picking without replacement, so we are picking and putting it aside. So if we had picked a red ball, we now have 11 red balls. Probability of picking another red ball is 11 out of 19. We haven't picked a green, so the green balls are still 8. So probability of picking a green ball is 8 over 19. We have picked a green ball. We are assuming we have picked a green ball. We now have 7 green balls, and the total is 19. So probability of picking a green is 7 over 19. Red, we haven't picked red. We still have 12, so it's 12 over 19. So probability of picking balls of the same color, we have red, red, and green, green. So to pick red, red, we have 12 over 20 times 11 over 19. Green, green, 8 over 20 times 7 over 19. Then by 4, 2, by 4, 5, by 4, 3, by 4, 5. So it's 3 over 5 times 11 over 19 plus 2 over 5 times 7 over 19. So what's 19 by 5? 19 by 5, 45 there. 5 plus 4 is 95. So we now have 33 over 95 plus 14 over 95 to give us 7 there. So it's 47 over 95. I hope it's in its lowest form, lowest terms. Right, so that's our June 2026 paper. That was our June 2026 paper 1. Remember to subscribe to my channel, like my videos, share my videos, and if you want online lessons, you can get hold of me on this number or Zimbabwean code +263 then 773 987 001. Right. For ZimSec lessons, Cambridge lessons, O level, A level, grade 7, tertiary level, you can get hold of me. Until we meet next time, remember to subscribe. Bye-bye.